All right, jumping right into it. It is getting towards the end of November, and I figured I'm picking up stuff all the time. Picking up comics, toys, action figures, posters, a bunch of different stuff on my journey. So I kind of collect them into one haul video. I actually have a couple haul videos coming up this month, I believe. But recently, been doing a lot more like comic oriented stuff. I did like a history of the Max, and I think he put another spec talk on the X-Men and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk about some stuff picked up, and then probably maybe this Sunday I'm gonna drop another talk video, spec talk video, and then we're gonna jump forward, and then probably Thanksgiving is the day to go to the flea market. If you know, you know. So I might have a haul for that as well. Depends on if what I pick up. So we're jumping. I got a bunch of stuff. I got some pre-cut horror books to talk about. I got some cool action figures. Got some neat little books to talk about. And we're gonna start off with Tales of Suspense number 20. This beautiful Jack Kirby Colossus story. This is awesome. Great cover. It is complete. It's a low grade copy. It was $10. Why not? Awesome book. And I have a couple of pre-code horror books picked up in the same collection. But I'm going to jump over to something that I thought I talked about before, but I don't think I put it in any of the videos yet. I got, for $1, the Infinity Gauntlet at Flea Market, the Infinity Gauntlet promo kit that was sent to retailers at the time. Now, if you open this thing up, it is awesome. The only thing it's missing is the cardboard standee. And I went online to see if, I can complete this thing. And I'm not paying what people like. People want $50 for just the letter, just the printed letter from Marvel. So that's ridiculous. I was thinking, man, should make photocopies of this and make some money. But there is 5 of these awesome bookend stickers for, I guess, your shelves. Or they also said in the letter said something like you put this in the space where you're gonna put the book on your rack so people get excited. I don't know. It's weird. So there's 5 of those in there. And then there's also the promotional, be kind of hard to hold it up, but the promotional Infinity Gauntlet poster. So I want to get that framed at some point. Problem is, picked up a couple things I want to get framed, and I'm running out of wall space. I have no idea where I'm going to put this. Right now, I have it in the black portfolio here, and I have it on my shelf in the portfolio. But then again, I don't know. I don't know how to display it, because I thought about putting stuff on the ceiling, posters like that on the ceiling, but that's one I would want to frame, not just thumbtack up there, of course. So past that, I got a little bit of, there's some posters over there I could swap out, but I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Another kind of cool promotional thing that I collect is, back in the day, you could have Marvel send your book straight to your house, and they would be in a little poly bag, and they'd have this piece of flimsy cardboard to protect the book, which would be and then they'd ship it. You see this guy's address there. I'm not going to show you his full address because I don't know if he still lives there. Should have Brett, I guess. But that company's got a collection. There's a bunch of different color variations and different images they use. They use different inspired images. I think I have this one already, but I grabbed it just in case. I think I have this one as well. But this one was cool because it's really faint, but it's the spider web. So that's kind of neat. That's something cool. I have a giant stack of them. A bunch of colors. There's Captain Britain, Hulk, Thor, all the 9 yards. So I've got a stack of them somewhere around here. So I could throw that in there. And then a buddy of mine, Chris, picked up for me over Panther Comics. 2018 number 13, a Strontium Dog issue. If you've seen one of my last haul videos, either in September or October, I picked up the first appearance of Strontium Dog. So we saw that on his journey. He's picked it up for you. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool book. I assume it's all reprints of the old Strontium Dog stories from the 2008 days. Probably nothing original, but it's something I was reading. And then I got, off of my buddy for $2, the Doctor Strange Epic Collection. It just reprints a bunch of the classic Strange stories for $2. I couldn't leave it behind. Why not? Why not for $2? We can't beat $2. I don't want to. It's too heavy to kind of sit there. But for $2, why not? Weird War Tales number 8. This beautiful Neil Adams cover. My buddy, who I do the flea market and different shows with, gave this to me. Awesome book, great cover. I don't even remember this cover existing, so that was cool. I'm a big Neil Adams guy. He's my favorite artist, so that was cool to pick up for the Neil Adams collection, part of my collection. And recently me and him had set up at the Berlin Farmers Market. make on Sundays that we don't have shows or other obligations, and just grinding a couple bucks. And actually, we've been doing really well. So I'm not mad at it at all. I might be there one more week. I might be out there the Sunday before Thanksgiving, maybe, or is that this week? Ooh, I don't know. I gotta look at my calendar. I believe that's this week. Should be after Thanksgiving, but either way, I might do one more week before the end of the season, and then there's a toy show I'm going to the first week of December. So I also picked up at the flea market with my buddy Hobby a couple of issues, just because I always like to support Hobby out there at Berlin. You got Doctor Strange number 25, classic issue, and Magnus the Robot Fighter. This is a later issue, I believe. This is when they were doing the reprints. I usually don't collect these, but it was something I wanted to give him a couple bucks. So I think he paid $5 for the pair, I think is what it was. Sure, that's fine. That's fair. Before I jump into the pre-code horror books, I will show off. I got the new Godzilla Rivals, Godzilla Respect Godzilla, the retailer incentive cover for cover price. So that was cool. I should have got the A and the B, but I decided just to order the RI because I knew IDW would have sent it to me. But before I jump into the last two pre-code horror books, I'm going to show off a couple of the toys and some other stuff like I just traded for $30 worth of credit at my table. And he had taken a Marks figure from the 70s and a Power Rangers pop. In return, I got a carded Tiger Man Buck Rogers. Now, it sucks it's got the Lionel sticker, but this thing is awesome. Pretty stellar piece. Beautiful. Beautiful piece. I now have over half the full toy line. I've got him and Draco carded. I've got Twiggy loose. I've got Wilma Deering loose. I've got Ardorella loose. So what does that mean? I need Dr. Cure, Buck Rogers, of course. I give it on Buck Rogers, a Killer Kane, and I have part of Draconian Guard. I have his parts, but I don't have a full Draconian Guard. So I've got to figure that out. I might actually have a Dr. Cure. Now I'm looking at it. I gotta look. But so now, I mean, ideally, I want to get them all carded and all of them loose. That'd be cool to have. I don't know if you can see it up there, but that's the Draco. So I got to get a bubble for him. So that's exciting. And then I also picked up some cool, if you are an comic art fan, I got a Adam Hughes trading card signed by Mr. Hughes. That's kind of cool. Something different. And Joe Jusko card signed by Joe Jusko. So some of you are into this era of comic art. Something. And another Joe Jusko card signed by Joe Jusko. Picked up the three of those for $1 or $2 or something like that. I think it was $1 for the three. So why not? For $1. And then actually, I don't know if I showed these off or not. My buddy Alex gave me these amazing Resident Evil figures. Got the zombie soldier and the dog. These are amazing pieces. They are already found their way on the shelf, but I took them down because I was messing with them because they're awesome. And again, out at the flea market, I found a couple of greats. I put a stack together, and it was like $20 for the stack. So I got a G1 Transformer here. I got some parts for him. I got the little pamphlet there. So it was like this, and like some horror movies and stuff. It was $20. So why not? And then I found a dollar bin of action figures, and in there was some classics. Got Battlestar Galactica's Cylon for $1. I got an old, what was his, Mego that made this? Doesn't say. I believe this is Mego. The old Spider-Man. A little beat to hell, but for $1, why not? 70s figure, I just dropped them. McFarlane from that, like, little Monsters line. Classic Indiana Jones. I believe this is from the Clash of the Titans line. I'm blanking on his name. And the Marvel Legends. Songbird. I'm out on Legends, but I remember I was looking for this figure when it came out, and I never found it. For $1, why not? And then on top of that, I also picked up at the shop the Toku Spider-Man from, I don't know if you've ever seen the Tokusatsu series of Spider-Man from, I believe Toho actually produced it, over in Japan, where basically it was like Kamen Rider meets Spider-Man in a way. And before I jump into, again, the last two books that are pre-code horror books, I'll show off one last thing. The Hatchet from NECA Victor Corrali figure. This thing's awesome. So for $10, I was going to grab that for sure. Now I kept you waiting. I'm going to show off. The Hatchet doesn't want to stay. The Sorry, speaking of Spider-Man. The last 3 books, I got Mystic number 35. Number 35 from Atlas Comics, pre-code horror classic. Now, the cover's not bad, but if you open up, the interiors are beautiful in this book, especially that first story with, like, the Jester Devil stuff. It's just, it's awesome. It's amazing. It was a great read. Awesome, classic. Pre-code horror. And to round it off, Web of Mysteries. I forget which issue this is. 1954. Look at that cover. Look how beautiful that cover is. That is iconic. That is iconic. Definitely one of my favorite covers. What does it say? You were too early to hang the innocent Valdez. Now we have returned with your favorite noose for you. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's making the wall. I gotta put a better board in there because the board is too small for the bag. I don't know another one's to stand now. But that was really cool. That was an exciting highlight of the month, picking up these 2 beauties for super cheap. And to round that off, actually, I almost forgot. Now, I should probably pop up a photo of it because I'm going to try and show it to you, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But this is, yeah, I'm just going to pull up a photo, make it easier. But I got to get a frame for it. This is the Blacklight Tomb of Dracula poster. If you remember if you're a local and you've gone to the old Panther Comics location on Green Tree Road behind the Chick-fil-A, you will probably remember this from being hung up in the back of the store. Chris used to have 5 of these. He then had 1. We moved over to the new location. We never made the wall. I think the frame got broke or whatever, so it's been floating around in the back. And I was cleaning out the back the other day, and I refound it. And Chris, shit on him, just gave it to me. So that was awesome. Thank you again. So that was really cool of him. So now I got to find a frame of it for it, and again, wall space. So I'm thinking I got a wall of like promotional posters that are like modern ones. So I'm gonna take down, and I think in return I'm gonna put that, and I'm gonna try and put the Infinity Gauntlet poster up there. But overall, not too shabby. Pretty solid stuff going on. I should have a video coming out with talking about like this stuff that I picked up from AC HorrorCon, which was an okay convention. But I got to meet some people, get some stuff signed, pick up some stuff. And I actually think in another one of my hauls, I did show off the comics a second time unintentionally. So I was going to go to Monster Mania. I never ended up going to Monster Mania, so I was going to make AC HorrorCon like part 1 in the same video, and the other part was going to be the horror Monster Mania stuff. But I never went. So I might just drop it on like a Sunday or something as a short little like 5-10 minute video. But either way, I hope you enjoyed. If you aren't already, follow me here on Facebook and Instagram for more daily content. I do a series called Tales to Hunt, where I talk about going out and hunt for the stuff, people I ran into, stuff I didn't buy, cool things I saw, people I met, and fun stories like that. And of course, follow me on YouTube, where I'm dropping stuff every single day. I got the shorts coming up. I do a series called Comics News, where I talk about new news, announcements, and rumors on the YouTube Shorts page. I do stuff where I like flip through comics on there, all kinds of different small little things, 1 minute pitches and fun stuff like that. Of course, I got full length videos coming out like this where I talk about hauls. I got Spec Talk, where I talk about like speculation or comics that fit under one bubble, like 10 Kang keys and stuff like that. Different like Kang characters and stuff, you know what I mean? Kang League variants, I guess is what they started calling them now. And then I got all kinds of other stuff going up. I got comic book character breakdown, where I talk about the history of a character and all the major comics they were in. So I did one for Silver Surfer, I did one for all the cameos of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I just did one for the Max. So I usually do this once every like 2 months-ish. So let me know which character you want to see me do next, and that's all linked down in the description. Until next time, peace.